I saw one dude. He was in the French Open, I think, which is played on clay.
Yeah.
And he like slipped and like smacked himself into the wall.
Yeah.
And he just like, and the player like turned around and looked, but he was already like up and like normal.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start. I forgot about that.
Blast that shit back if you blasting. Hey. Uber X to Hidden Hills, give me something I can feel. If they come to Hidden Hills, then I know they know the deal. We just right there up the road. You can hit it.
Welcome to another episode of Around the 412. I'm Tyler, and with me as always are Smitty and Herb. What was I looking for? Oh, I don't know.
It was still
loud in
kind of
your
like
headphones.
fading out.
Yeah.
I was like waiting. I thought it was gonna be like a half second later than it was. I wasn't ready for it, and it was very loud.
Sorry. I was just into it.
You ready for the show to start? All right. Well,
Yeah, I was ready at 10 a.m.
Oh yeah. Why? What was that about? I didn't wake up till.
I liked
10:30.
whenever we recorded it earlier. Now I just want to record them all early.
I mean, I like recording it early, but
I
it
don't
means
like
waking
getting
up
up.
early.
So
Yeah.
go to sleep earlier.
Monday's my off day though, so I get to sleep in.
Yeah, it's my off day too. But I'd still rather wake up earlier and do it earlier than have to wait to come here. And that's no offense to coming here. It's just
Get it out of the way.
Like-
well, no, I'm with
like
you.
if
I
we
just-
record at 10, I'm home by like if we leave like right when we're done, I'm home by like at the latest 1.
yeah.
And I have like all day to do whatever I want.
No, we know what that is.
I usually don't start playing Fortnite until like 8 p.m.
You thought we
Really?
were talking about Fortnite?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah, about You don't play Fortnite till like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, especially right now, because I gotta try to get to level 80 before the season ends.
What level are you?
77.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can tell you how close you are.
I'm
There's
dry.
there's a chart that
Okay.
tells you the percentage you are.
Listen, we already
too.
have CK Radio is going to be totally about Fortnite, so we don't need to talk about Fortnite that much on here.
But no one's gonna listen to that anyway, so
Shit.
That's true.
sorry, kid.
So you're level 77, so you're 89% of the way there.
You need 11%.
Man, this is going to be a long week. Just grinding them out.
You only have
It goes to the
Till-
12th, right? Goes till Thursday.
Thursday's the new season, so you only have until like probably 4 a.m. Wednesday night.
Good news is I don't have anything going on until Thursday.
Wow.
Nice.
I officially start my new job on Thursday.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, you have until like probably 4 a.m. Wednesday night because I'm presuming that's when the downtime will be for the update for season 5.
By the way, what's the new season about?
We don't know.
They tweet a picture out?
Yeah, but you go ahead and look at the picture and try to tell me what that season's about.
Well, I was asking you if you could
No.
deduce anything. Okay.
No.
Okay, Mr. Fortnite.
I think it's great because people were talking about like Ninja brought up on a stream like how nobody thought they could bring up the hype
And
for
they managed
that
to.
the for season 3, and then the rocket happened, and then the hype was back, and now I think it's awesome that no one knows what's going on.
everybody has like a different theory.
Like there's
What's gonna
there's like no leaks or anything.
Yeah, in the age of where everything is assumed and leaked and something like that.
And
the fact
they're
that
bringing it into real life.
Yeah.
The Durr Burger was found in California.
Durr Burger.
And when you went there, the guy that
Gave you
handed out a
phone number,
card,
Yeah.
I called the phone number, and it makes the same noise that the crack in the sky makes.
Ew.
And the call is from Ethersville, Iowa. And it was like
Ethers.
ESTH, Ethersville, Iowa, is also the site of the biggest meteorite hit in North America that has been known. Which
There's so much to this.
I know.
Why? Like, there's. Oh.
How
I looked.
why, how do they have this much time?
I don't know. I just looked up Ethersville, Iowa, and
Sorry.
I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And I went on a site that was like telling me like about like stuff there. There's only like 5,000 people in the town, but it said like things to do, and so I clicked on it, and it said you could go visit the museum that has like the pieces of the biggest meteorite in North American history. That was like found.
My question is, how did they find the damn Durr Burger in the middle of the fucking desert?
So the guy that originally tweeted out the photo and the video, he wasn't even. He's not like a Fortnite fan. He didn't know
Just
what it
driving
was.
by, I saw a burger.
No, so he's a photographer, and he was like going to another landscape to look out for a set, and he was there, and he found it, and it was the Durr Burger, a police car from Fortnite, and then like a couple signs, and he had no idea what it was, so he put it on Twitter, and then he's like, apparently this is from Fortnite, and he spelled it Fortn or Knight. So he said, sorry, I'm not a gamer. I had no idea what Fortnite is. Yeah. Epic Games is
Well,
awesome.
That's enough Fortnite talk.
There's the Fortnite for the week. So Saturday is the Wing Bash.
Yes, it is.
So we'll be there again doing this. We might need a bigger table than this.
They have bigger tables up there.
It's at 4?
What's
At
that?
4?
Starts at 5.
5?
Yeah. But we probably need to be there.
I thought you said sets, not starts.
Set? Yeah, our set starts at 5.
Yeah.
Our set.
So yeah, buy a ticket, come to that. And that's a good segue because getting into the questions, we'll start with Ross's. The day after the Wing Bash, we're going to Extreme Rules right here at PPG Paints.
Except Tyler.
Tyler's not coming with us. It's going to be Herb, myself, Ross, and I guess Haley.
Guess
Haley. I'm really surprised you didn't turn that into a joke.
No, I did nothing. But Ross wants to know our Extreme Rules predictions. So
I have no idea.
I'm going to run through the card and tell you. Actually, I don't know. Are they really going to have... Like, is Roman just going to end up back in the title picture? Because I feel like Lashley is kind of like just... like, he just got... How do you go from a feud with Sami Zayn, which was terrible, by the way, to facing Roman Reigns in a number 1 contenders match and then being in championship picture? And I'm ready for I'm ready for anybody to take the belt off Rock. I'm just so sick of him being champion. But, I don't know.
What happened in the UFC the other day?
Some
dude won and called out Brock.
What did Brock say, though? Because somebody said his promo was great.
It was, no, so people were making jokes because it was only like 10 seconds, and like that's still longer than any promo he's ever done in WWE.
Yeah.
But I can't. Yeah, I didn't even see it, to be honest with you. I kept like I like wanted to stop and look at it. I didn't even watch the video. It was like I said, it was like 10 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to. So Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. I guess I'll take Reigns.
Same.
Jeff Hardy versus Nakamura.
Give me Jeff. He's the only
I
person
feel
I
like
care about.
I feel like
I know
you
who
can't-
one of those are now.
I feel like Nakamura can't have a loss again. Like I can't believe that they didn't give him the belt the last match against AJ.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Nakamura's to take the title. Balor versus Corbin. That's a stupid ass match, but Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. I'm not ready to see Daniel Bryan lose in front of me. But the Bludgeon Brothers, they keep building them up so much.
Yeah, but it's...
I'm gonna go Team Hell No.
Yeah, me too.
It's honestly a good thing I'm not going because I only recognize like 2 names that you've said so far.
Fun part.
And then Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the B team.
There's 3 names I recognize.
The
the
B
Hardy
team.
brothers and Roman Reigns. That's it.
Man, dude, how about the B team? They're so over with the crowd now.
They
like
are.
their gimmick's hilarious.
Mhm.
Are they about to get the belts?
I hope not.
I think I could see it happen.
I could too, but I hope not.
Is the B team like a 3-team tag team?
No.
No, it's
No.
literally they were like the the Miz. You ever heard that name? Okay.
Nope.
Well, they were like
Wow.
they were like his entourage, and once he left, they were kind of just like out of place. They started calling themselves the B team. Like they weren't even like regularly wrestling. Like they were wrestlers, but they were like regularly didn't have matches. They were only on TV with the Miz.
Uh-huh.
So,
But-
for context, I've only watched one episode of anything WWE in the past month. They are the most like cliche, childish thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they like make fun of Matt and Bray's gimmick right now. So like, that was
Did the Miz? I think I might actually recognize that name. Was he in a tag team against John Cena and The Rock?
yeah, they had
Like a long
feud.
time ago?
Yeah, they had a feud
Okay.
when Miz and Cena were battling for the WWE Championship, and Rock was like scheduled to be the guest referee. And there's also one point where The Rock tossed Cena the belt against the Miz, leading like the Cena Rock WrestleMania match. Yeah, it's so moving on. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins in an Iron Man match. I'm assuming Ziggler's going to retain at least once. I'd like to see them give the belt right back to Rollins,
Retained salary.
but
I'm going Rollins.
all right. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. I'm
Please
gonna
be
go.
Alexa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Alexa Bliss there.
She's hot.
Carmella.
That's what I know about
Tyler,
her.
speaking the
That's
truth.
what I know about her.
Speaking
Carmella
the truth.
versus Asuka.
Please be Asuka for once.
I think Asuka needs the belt. Like when she lost to Charlotte, I was okay with it, but
Right.
then the
the
loss
past
to
two or whatever.
and then AJ Styles versus Rusev. They apparently don't have plans to take the belt off AJ anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm
so
disappointed in that.
AJ will probably retain.
Agreed.
And there you go, Ross. Jamal to know, is Meadows the next great pirate? I'm going to say no. And
Not Kutch level.
it's more so, I think, not going to have the chance to become that with the team that he's on.
I don't even think that.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't think people will give him a chance. Like, the fans won't even like him. Because
Well,
fans.
I don't know if does he mean like off the field as well?
Probably.
Or
I would assume. I mean, either
Okay.
way, I don't think
Yeah,
he'll
he
be
doesn't
Kutch
seem like
level.
he's like a huge like personality. So from that
Yeah.
standpoint, but there's not many in baseball. I mean, there's very few Bryce Harpers out there.
Yeah. And, I mean, Mike Trout's the best baseball player
And-
in the world, but he has no personality.
keeps it
when
low
comes
key.
to- yeah.
When your on base percentage is like 600, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, I think Meadows can be really good, but I don't know. I'm just not over this team. It's just I become very apathetic.
I think he'll be somewhere
I think
between
everyone
Jason.
has.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I think he'll be somewhere between Jason Bay and Kutch. That amount of good.
Okay.
I start speaking, Tyler interrupted me, so I just stared him down.
Well, that's actually a good, real quick to bring up the tweet that Dunlap had, because we have a very good
ahead.
player on the team right now, but apparently
He's a liability.
he's a liability. He called Starling Marte a liability, and Polanco at his worst was still league average this year.
Somehow.
Just
Yeah.
doesn't have it anymore.
The month of May, Polanco was a liability. Everything else, he's been one of the best on the team.
And his on base percentage is the second highest of the
Yeah.
regulars. And then Marte, I mean, we know what he is. He's closest thing to a 5-tool player we've seen in Pittsburgh.
I just can't take the stupid in this city
I
anymore.
wonder if that's not tweeted if he didn't have a PED suspension under his belt.
Oh, 100%.
100% it played into it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't take the stupid of Pittsburgh anymore.
And Dunlap's somebody I normally
I mean,
don't mind.
I don't mind him because he at least...
Is a fan.
Well, no, he understands a lot.
Well, I was just saying I don't mind him because he's a fan. Like, you can have your opinions. That's fine. I'll disagree with
Yeah,
you. But,
yeah.
like, I at least want you to be a fan of the teams that you're
Oh,
talking
well,
about.
yeah, no, that,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's...
Polanco's WRC plus is 114, by the way.
No, I have respect for Dunlap in the fact that he is an actual fan, but compared to the guys he's working with, he's normally pretty knowledgeable. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen him tweet.
Yeah, and, it wasn't even like an actual, just like
It was a
his
reply.
original tweet. Yeah, it was a reply. So not that many people have probably seen it.
Yeah.
But it was I think it was to Madden and somebody
Well,
else, like a conversation.
I don't know.
Madden had the original tweet, but then somebody replied to Madden, and he replied to that, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the only reason I saw it is because Mike in Illinois
Yeah.
quote tweeted it, and that's why I saw it. Yeah, I don't know why.
I like what you said, Mike, and you pulled the mic away from your face.
Mike in Illinois.
And I've missed a lot of stuff apparently from deleting my Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
fuck that place.
Okay. Well, you can still keep an eye on everything.
Nah, I don't want to.
So if you, if we were
What
stuck
a
inside of
pussy.
a whale
Oh,
and had to choose a podcast to be stuck in there with, who you picking? Does this mean just us?
if it's not Pat McAfee,
I'm assuming
Joe
it
Rogan.
means
Never
us.
mind. Joe
I didn't
Rogan.
know. I didn't know if it was just an around the 412
I hope
question.
not, because I'm not
or
picking either of you.
I was gonna say, kill me, but I don't know if I'd be if I had to pick between you two.
One other member of the podcast.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that's
the-
us.
Damn it. I'm afraid Tyler will eat me at some point.
I don't eat for a long time, so you might be okay.
Might.
I don't know if I can listen to Herb's music.
I don't think you would have to worry about
So-
that in a whale's stomach.
You might have had, I don't know, your
Headphones
phone. You had your phone with you, and you just, that's the first thing you think
And
to
there
do.
just happens to be an outlet or a portable battery in the whale's stomach. You never know.
Yeah.
I'm
So
picking
mine-
Smitty just because of size proportions.
How big
I'd
is the
rather
inside of
take.
this whale?
I would rather take the guy that's 5'8" than the guy that's 6'5".
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
Gross.
I'll choose the whale stomach acid.
Drumsticks or paddles?
I don't know what this
What does
thing
that even
puts in
mean?
Context to.
I know drumstick is an ice cream, right?
The fuck is a paddle?
Is that another ice cream? I didn't know. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find anything.
Oh, it's from Regis, right?
Is that okay? Is that wings? Does he call flats paddles? Maybe.
I've never heard that before.
Hold on. Let me. Wings.
Paddle wings.
Paddle. Wing.
He's gonna be listening to this and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with these guys?"
I've never. It's showing me like paddles for like a canoe.
Search drumsticks and paddles.
Paddles, chicken wings.
If I had to take, is that not what you would?
My first thought was ice cream because I knew with drumsticks wasn't ice cream, but I never heard of paddle. But chicken makes sense. Chicken wings makes sense.
Okay, if that's what
But
that is,
I've still never heard those flat one. The flat one's called paddles.
I'd call them flats.
I call those
flat
actual
chicken
wings.
wings.
That's
Flats
the
and
actual wing.
I call them flats and drums. But if that's not what that is, then we can answer it again next week if there's more clarity there. I probably should have responded and said what exactly is this referring to. But if it's referring to chicken wings, then I'm taking the paddles.
So am I.
Flats. Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. Hold on, I'm trying to find.
I
the
just-
answer now.
I like the paddles more. I guess if it's the
Yeah,
flat
it's like
wing.
all chicken.
Yeah.
The drumsticks have like the vein.
Yeah,
and-
I mean, there's some drumsticks that can be good, but I would prefer the paddle.
I'll say this: if I'm getting a dozen wings, I want it to be like 8 flats, 4 drums.
Yeah,
I have no fucking
at
clue.
Whiskey Rhythm.
If I'm making them, I'd make
Although
all
they're
flats.
changing their name now, aren't they?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah, they will at some point. I'm pretty sure.
Spoilers.
So, what Are you going?
I have no clue. I don't have an answer because I have no idea what the fuck is going
Just
on.
take the paddles. All right. Hunter wants to know: is Ilias Diaz ready to be the starter if the Pirates do move on from Cervelli at the trade deadline?
Close enough. Look at the rest of the team.
Cervelli definitely you see the difference with the way that they handle the pitching staff.
Yeah.
Cervelli definitely calls a better game, but I mean Diaz with more time behind the plate. I mean that's what you need.
Yeah.
More time with the pitchers. I've said before, I don't want to see Cervelli go. I'm gonna be more upset in the time then I was ready to move on from McCutcheon, and I'm kind of getting there with Cervelli. I know that it needs to happen, but still I love Cervelli so much. It's gonna suck when he gets traded, but I think it's the right thing to do. So I'm ready for Diaz to be the full-time starter
That's my favorite bobblehead that I have.
until Deion Stafford's ready.
I've got the bobblehead of Cervelli in like a robe, and it sings "That's Amore."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
My
favorite.
my niece loves that.
That's my
She's
favorite one that I have.
Pressing that button.
Yeah. I don't even have a reason why. It's just please get all the veterans off the team, all of them, every single one.
Thank God that Diaz has actually shown for whatever reason he's been a better hitter in the majors than in the minors.
Yeah.
I mean, if he came up here and was hitting the way that it looked like he was going to, then you need to hang on to Cervelli, just get something from the catcher spot. But
Yeah.
Diaz is shown to be a capable starter when put in there. I mean, like I said, I definitely think Cervelli calls a better game behind the plate. Diaz seems to be good for a pass ball more often, but he's good enough that you can justify getting rid of the Cervelli contract and bring in some prospects, hopefully, for him.
Did you guys see what Huntington said on his show?
It sounds more and more, more
Yeah.
like they're
They need to take a more realistic
Finally-
look at the club for
Yeah.
the rest of the year.
finally
So
realizing.
hopefully
what the team
they
is.
sell everyone.
Everyone.
Hey,
Marte because he's a liability.
Hey, remember when?
Polanco because his WRC Plus isn't as high as Eddie Romero's. No, that I
Eddie?
saw. No, yeah,
Romero.
yeah. So when I looked
What's
up,
his BOFA?
Oh,
His
no,
BOFA
when I looked up the WRC Plus, he is the highest. But didn't he only play like how many games did he play?
remember how our all-star second baseman said he wanted to go to a winning team, and now he's one of the worst on our losing
He
team?
played 2 games and had 1 plate appearance.
Oh, it was a double. That's right. Yeah, he
Yeah,
ripped a
so his
double.
WRC Plus is 719.
I remember that. So
I don't know,
vividly.
David. He might be the best hitter in Pirates history.
Better than Mike Trout.
But
Better than Brian Giles.
getting back to what you were saying, yeah, it's crazy how I've been wondering how he's been a productive hitter most of the time, like where he stands in the box,
I'm
the
blowing
swing,
I'm
like.
blowing bubbles right into the mic. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, it's weird that they finally realized this guy shouldn't be hitting lead off. Clint actually moved him down the lineup like pretty
So-
quickly.
And they put Bell there.
Yeah,
which
which
is
makes no
weird.
sense.
Yeah. Tell me if this is an unpopular opinion. When Harrison signed his deal, I thought he was overpaid. He had-
The thing is, it's kind of structured like the Polanco deal is, though. It wasn't like big money until like the option years.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he got overpaid because he turned into Superman for 6 months. And
I
then
mean,
came back
that'll
down to
get you
earth very
paid.
quickly. Yeah, but the problem is the Pirates have a history of not paying those guys and letting them go and suck somewhere else. Eddie V.
Yeah.
J.A. Happ. Russell Martin.
Jay Happ's an all-star.
Because the Blue Jays need a pity vote, just like the Pirates.
Yeah, but it could have been somebody else.
Wait, are you saying Harrison sucks?
A little bit.
I mean,
I've said that every year since he's been here, so you can't really say anything to me. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't care.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm going to ask who was better at the position that we have.
Oh, no one.
Okay.
I'm just saying he sucks.
Yeah, they knew that they were going to be losing Neil Walker, which Harrison at the time was
Better than.
yeah, better at the position anyway.
You talking defensively or just his bat?
Everything altogether.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on board with him being terrible, but
Oh, no, I'm not saying terrible. I'm just saying he sucks.
Well-
There's a difference between sucks and terrible.
okay, I don't know if I can say that
What's
he
the
sucks.
tier of suckage?
Well,
'Cause-
I don't even know how to level that.
Because Polanco sucks sometimes, but we obviously know that he's not terrible.
Yeah, no.
So,
I mean, I'd put them together. They have their moments, except Harrison's more consistent with it because the man swings at everything. And for some reason, he forgets how to throw a ball every once in a while.
Yeah, I looked at the other options that we have,
It's nothing.
and yeah,
Adam Frazier.
Max Moroff.
I mean maybe if they were to
I
use,
like Max Moroff.
I do
but
too.
maybe if they want the Seinfeld
Kevin Newman.
Kevin Newman has to play short, so Kramer
Kevin
can play
Kramer.
second. Yeah, Seinfeld.
Was it you that said the Dodgers aren't going to get Machado and they're going to trade for Jordy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
one of there's apparently like 7 teams that have put in trade
What
offers for
a
Machado.
horrible drop-off.
Is Seager out the whole season?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of those teams is going to miss out on Machado, and at that point, Huntington rubs his palms together.
Whenever the Cubs get Machado.
I'm so pissed the Dodgers are doing well. Even when everything doesn't break their way, they somehow manage to find a guy that just destroys worlds.
Muncy.
Matt
And then you have
Kemp.
Well, okay, but Max Muncy, and then you
Yeah.
have Kemp's resurgence.
Find him. They
Grandal.
found him from like 6 years ago.
Yeah. Grandal, Puig. Somehow Jock Peterson's back to being Jock
We got
Peterson.
hurt swinging a bat yesterday.
That's the most Yasiel Puig thing I've ever heard.
As soon as Justin Turner came back, they were the Dodgers again.
Somehow.
His hair sucks.
His beard
It was
is great.
better when it was just like long and
Yeah.
flowy. Now he has like kind of like the comb back, long hair
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
All right, and the last question we had was the biggest or best Pittsburgh free agent signing.
Do you guys want to go first?
I'm going to steal it just so I don't have to look at anything else. Gonchar.
Okay, yeah. The 4 that I picked out from across sports was Ferrier, Gonchar, Kenny Lofton, and Reggie Sanders, right?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. I think by default it's either going to have to be Farrier or Gonchar, so I'll go Farrier.
Well, yeah, Lofton and Sanders didn't like. I mean,
Well, he
The
did
team-
also ask who was the biggest and who was the best.
mm,
You could argue Reggie Sanders was the biggest.
okay. Yeah, I would just go. My pick personally would be like team success. Once they had the player, or
Yeah.
like how they contributed. So yeah, I'm gonna do Farrier.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess-
Gonchar was listed as number 2 for the Penguins. You said Straka though when you were going through.
Yeah, I mentioned Straka.
because they got him for $400,000
Yeah, but
and then $500,000 the next year.
Gonchar has the second
then-
most points among all defensemen ever. So,
There's another bubble.
Yeah, shut
and
up.
he won a cup with us. Straka did.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. What years was Straka here? I can't remember.
Like late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, so
like
he was,
when we
he
sucked.
was the shit years. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he was one of the good players on the sucky team.
Yeah, because I remember him. I just can't remember what years it was.
And also, Gonchar's still with the team as a coach now. So,
Yeah.
not that that has anything to do with him being a free agent, but him coming here, he stayed with Pittsburgh.
Yes, he was a free agent coach.
Yes.
All right.
I had a question,
yeah,
but
go
we
ahead.
can cover it in hockey if you want. It's just actually, yeah, I'll just ask it now. Does Jack Johnson make it to the end of the season without seeing the press box?
No. No.
Like, is a healthy scratch?
Yeah.
Because what if he gets hurt?
No,
Must
that
be
doesn't
hurt.
count.
Okay.
He means healthy scratch.
Yeah, I don't think he should be healthy scratch.
I think he is.
Just, and it sucks to say, but I think,
The pay says otherwise.
yeah, like
Oh, I know.
the commitment to him will dictate the fact that he won't be healthy.
I mean, it
scratch.
was hard for them to make Hunwick a healthy scratch, and he was
Strack.
making like 2.2.
Yeah,
He's making 3.25. So
for 5 years.
yeah,
See, the only thing I can hope for, other than him doing well, is he sucks so bad that Jim Rutherford realizes, hey, we should probably stop signing shitty defensemen. So
For longer than like a 1
year.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
too bad he's gonna be good.
Try this out.
I hope, man.
He's wearing number 73. What are the
Yeah.
chances he's actually going to be good?
Well, I mean,
That's the first Penguin to ever wear 73.
you know, it's funny. The first
I
Royal
mean,
to ever.
McAvoy wears 73, but in Boston.
I didn't know he was a Penguin.
Yeah, I didn't either.
No, I'm saying, what are the
Oh.
chances? I said, just right before you said that, I said, what are the chances of somebody wearing number
Oh.
73 being good?
I thought you were still going off what I
No,
said.
no,
I'm like,
no.
well,
You know who else is the first player to wear 73 in a franchise history? Enny Romero with the Royals. Full circle.
I want to look at NHL players who wear 73.
He's following his friend Vasquez's footsteps.
Yeah.
Do you think he just combined the two numbers he wore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he should have just added them together for 10 because that would have looked better.
Yeah. Got to have the outlandish numbers sometimes.
I just think it looks so terrible on a defenseman, especially.
Really?
I like it as a forward. I don't like that at all on a defenseman.
I don't mind it.
I like the single digits
Meh.
for defensemen, to be honest.
58.
And then, yeah, that doesn't look bad, but I'm a single digit guy for the most
Looks
part.
pretty bad to me.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to. This is like a list of the best players by number in league history. I want to see who 73 is.
Tyler Toffoli.
Michael Ryder.
Mm.
That's a horrible pick. That's how bad everyone that wears 73 is.
That might end up being Tyler Toffoli by the end of his career.
I'm surprised it isn't now.
Might be McAvoy.
Yeah.
Might be Jack Johnson.
No.
Hey, when he won 3 cups in a row as 73, who's gonna argue?
All right, moving on to the NFL.
What
We
has
could
happened?
potentially see a lockout after 2021.
Are you surprised?
No.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley's like advocating for it.
Yeah.
They get guaranteed contracts.
They
Fully
deserve it.
Yeah.
What did Aaron Rodgers do? I saw last week sometime that Aaron Rodgers made a big deal about guaranteed money, and I can't remember what it was. I was just watching First Take, walked in the room, and I saw Aaron Rodgers and Stephen A. was losing. Or was it Stephen A. or was it the other dude?
I don't even know the other dude's name.
Max something.
Match Kellerman.
Mm.
I do not know.
Yeah,
I searched Aaron Rodgers and
nothing.
there was a thing on First Take a segment. Stephen A. says Aaron Rodgers needs to be the LeBron James of the NFL.
That might have been it. I don't know.
But I don't. I don't really go and watch that right now. But
No.
yeah.
No. They deserve it. It's the same thing with every other.
I can't wait to see what Aaron Rodgers gets paid.
Yeah. Is he a free agent?
No, he's still.
next
Yeah, it's coming up. That's a good question, actually. Let me
Yeah.
find that out. Since I already searched Aaron Rodgers.
But I mean, to me, the way these contracts work, they should be guaranteed anyway. It's the same thing with any other sport or any other profession where you're in the public light. You're essentially giving away your younger years in life to do your job. And for football, you're essentially giving away your later years to potential brain damage. So
Yeah, I just don't know how he already hasn't been given a contract.
Is the only
Yeah.
NFL the only one that doesn't guarantee contracts?
the MLB is fully guaranteed, I believe.
Yeah. Like if you get hurt
Is
in
the
the first
NHL.
year of your contract, you get your whole thing.
Yeah. What about the NHL?
NHL, I don't know. I think it's partially guaranteed at least, but
I don't think so. I think they would have to be insured to be guaranteed.
Okay,
Or
so he's
something like
making $19.8 million this year, base salary, and $20 million in 19. He's a free UFA in 2020.
How old will he be?
35.
Wow.
Yeah, he came in the year after Big Ben. It's just he didn't start because Brett Favre was
Yeah.
there, so it like kind of seems like Big Ben's so much older.
Yeah.
But
That'll be interesting to see how much he gets paid, especially if he holds up and doesn't get hurt.
I know, like to.
With a guy with his.
I mean,
injury
we're
past.
saying 30, but they could potentially get a new contract done. Like they want to get it done right now,
Yeah, of course.
and then
It's
you
Aaron
know, he's
Rodgers.
33 right now, so get him until he's like 38, and then probably
according to a Reddit user, NHL contracts are
a Reddit user.
yeah
TSN
are
myth.
guaranteed unless
Smart insider.
unless you were bought out, and then you get 2/3 of the salary.
Man. Oh wow. Okay.
Could be wrong, but that's what someone on Reddit said.
Sounds official.
You never know.
Steelers have 1 week to sign Bell to his long-term deal. Curious to see if it gets done.
And I saw Jamal tweet they haven't signed
It's
Edmonds
relevant.
yet.
No.
I mean, he's been showing up to everything. It's a little like
Yeah.
yeah.
He's been wearing Steelers jerseys.
Yeah.
He's been doing all of the media stuff.
Like, are they just deciding on like a signing bonus or something?
I
Probably.
guess. They're like, hey, you probably wouldn't have gone in the first round if it wasn't for us. So
Yeah. Take a little
you're
bit of a
you're
knock.
getting like second round signing bonus. And Edelman's suspension is upheld, which we already talked about. That we were
Really?
kind of surprised that. Yeah,
I forgot about that. I had a long fourth, by the way.
nice.
So
It's probably
Forgive me if I
24
forget.
hours.
shut the fuck up.
And you probably weren't awake for all of it.
No.
But yeah, the Edelman thing, I was kind of surprised that it got upheld. At least
Yeah.
to fully the 4 games. I thought maybe it would be reduced, if not wiped away, because of apparently they didn't actually know what it was. They were just like, we're going to suspend him. Hopefully we get more information before he appeals.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay.
They're just like, nah, fuck you.
I'd like to appeal this. No.
That's pretty much how it went. They're just like, no.
Real quick, going back to the Bell thing, though, he said that they're closer than they are last year. I really like Jerome Bettis spoke about it this week.
What do you say?
Or I guess I should say last week, and he said that for the Steelers and Bell, it's not going to get any better for either side.
No.
Like, you need each other. I mean, in Bell's case, you have one of the better offensive lines. You have all the weapons around you. You're not going to go somewhere else that can pay you that much money.
Yeah.
There's another team that can pay you that much money, but it's not going to be a good team.
It's exactly.
They're going to be just throwing money at you like the Detroit Lions or something like that,
Mhm.
and you're not going to succeed there. And on the Steelers' case, you're not getting a better running back. You already know what you have.
Mhm.
Just pay the man.
Yep.
And I think that Bell's price tag is probably coming down. I think that he's realized that. Of course he's going to shoot for the moon with his original asking price, but if they're willing to pay the original $13 million per year, which it seemed like the Steelers were okay with doing,
Mhm.
and he was asking for more, then I think they'll come to an agreement. But the thing is, now they only have 1 week to do it.
I'm like the one thing that concerns me with his deal is going to be the fact that the Steelers are constantly restructuring deals to go with the cap.
The Steelers haven't had like cap space in my lifetime.
No.
Like I don't remember them ever being able to go into free agency and being able to spend like that.
Yeah.
But
So, I mean, I don't know if it's a, hey, sign this deal, and then every year we'll restructure it to where it's basically all signing bonus.
which isn't a bad thing for him. It's weird that the NFL can do that. Like there's so many ways to get around
Mm-hmm.
the cap, but
That's basically
I
what
just-
Tavares is doing in Toronto. He has like less than $1 million every year for actual salary.
Yeah.
It's all signing bonus.
And cap hit, but that doesn't really matter.
Well, I'm talking about his actual money coming.
Well,
through.
yeah, I know. But I'm saying even if you trade Le'Veon, he'd still only be a couple 100,000 million if you're doing mostly all signing bonus.
yeah. I mean, most people's biggest worry is his age for a running
no,
back.
That's understandable. How old is he?
but the thing-
27?
That's a good question, actually.
Tyler?
I literally just looked at this last week, I think.
I'm assuming you had a long week too,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
26,
26. What's his birthday?
February 18th.
Okay. So
So he'll turn 27 right after they win the Super Bowl. And then
4-year deal is the max I'd go. Wow.
what about like an option?
I mean, I think if I'm either side, 4 years and a team option, maybe.
What if he wants 5? You just gonna tell him no?
I think there's some negotiating to do there. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know how much I would give him.
If he agrees to your price, but he wants 5 years, I'd do it.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, I don't think that you miss out on having him on your roster for your window because he wants an extra year, which by that time the window might be closed.
Yeah.
By
But
that time, Ben might be retired.
yeah,
I think he's gonna go as long as.
I don't know
Brady
with
is.
Mason Rudolph on the team now.
Yeah.
He's got
Lit
his
a fire under his ass.
yeah.
Oh man, I hate Ben so much. I hate him. He's such a bitch.
Unblock me. I mean, it's not him. I get it's like his website or
It's-
something.
yeah.
But still, unblock me.
Why are you blocked?
No idea.
Hmm.
I literally clicked on the Twitter page a couple years ago, and I realized I was blocked, and I have no idea why.
I'm sorry to everyone that loves Big Ben, but he's such a bitch.
I love Big Ben,
He's such a bitch.
but why do you say that?
He's an attention whore. It's all about me.
I mean, I love
But-
Big Ben, but that's true.
They
He-
thanked me for not showing up.
He loves being a drama queen.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, but I don't see
Yeah.
that making him a bitch. I can see you saying attention whore, but I'm not gonna say a bitch
But
because
in my mind,
even
they're
if
the same
he
thing.
talks about the injuries, which he doesn't have to do, but then he ends up playing through them.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's
Like, whenever
In my mind,
whenever he
it's the
said he
same
had,
thing.
what, a broken nose or broken toes, and then
Ruptured
who's-
spleen. I don't know.
didn't he say he had an injury, and then one of the coaches was like, yeah, no, he doesn't.
when I don't
Like
know.
years ago.
Yeah, that was. I remember it happening. I just can't remember what
Wasn't
it
like
was.
a broken toe or something, and it was like, I just remember someone saying like, no, he doesn't have a broken toe.
I feel like he did that with the Jags game where he threw 5 picks.
No, I'm talking like years ago.
Well, no, I know, but I feel like he did that. I feel like he
No.
was like, yeah, no, I hurt my shoulder or something like that, and then next week he comes out and kills it.
It's the like Big Cat from Barstool.
Mhm.
Pretty sure he loves Big Ben just because of the walking boot thing. they every time that Ben gets hit, they're like he puts the hashtag walking boot season with the eyes.
God. It's like Rivero. Every time he blows a save, he's like, oh, yeah, no, I felt my arm pop.
All-star.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about baseball or hockey first?
Let's do hockey. I don't
Alright.
want to get mad yet.
So, let's talk about the Islanders for a second because Lou Lamoriello apparently said that they are in a better place than 2015 Leafs, so he thinks he can rebuild them quickly.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
They at least have some things. The Leafs did not have more than 2.
I agree they're in a better place. However, I don't think they have the assets to rebuild as quickly as the Leafs did.
That, and I think some of the deals he made were bad.
Like, they don't have Nylander or Marner and they're not going to finish last, so they're not going to get a Matthews.
You
So-
think they're not going to finish last?
No,
You know who's gonna
I'll
finish
put
last?
money down
Oh,
on
I
them
would
not
too. You know
finishing
who's going to
last.
finish last? The Avalanche, because they have Ottawa's pick.
No, Senators are going to finish last, and then Ottawa gets the and then Colorado gets the number 1 overall.
That's
what he was saying.
Yeah, and you just went, no.
He was.
You
Saying,
just
he was
said Colorado.
Yeah,
because they're
they
gonna have the number
Ottawa's
one,
pick.
the first overall pick. Not that they're actually going to
Oh.
finish last, but it's going to be like they did because they're the first overall pick. Yeah, I got what you were saying.
That was a dumbass analogy. No, the
I think
Canucks
the-
are finishing last.
I think the Islanders brought in Robin Lehner to try to finish last.
Oh God, that I don't understand. The Matt Martin trade, I still don't understand because Lou Lamoriello is a hard on for him. The Komarov deal, I don't understand. Who else did they sign that I also don't understand?
Val Filppula.
That's understandable. There's somebody else. I can't remember who it was. It was a winger.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give Tyler the opportunity to look it up.
Oh, am I doing that?
I thought you were. You're on your phone.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm looking it up.
Martin Komarov, Val Filppula,
I'm kidding. I'll look it up.
I can't remember now.
John Tavares.
Rip in the chat.
I honestly can't remember who.
Let me get an RIP Johnny T in the chat.
That was horrible.
Oh,
Where are
God.
the Islanders? There's the Islanders. Kuhnhackl. That's who it was. They signed
See, I wasn't
Tommy
even thinking of
Kuhnhackl.
him. I thought it was somebody else too.
Nope. Yeah, it was Tommy Kuhnhackl.
Thought you meant someone good.
Shut up.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
Word to
those are
Smitty's
such,
dad.
those are such
Yeah.
Lou Lamoriello deals, though.
Yeah, they are. I just going through the lineup: Eberle, Ladd, Bailey, Anders Lee, Cal Clutterbuck, Casey Zizikis,
Barzal.
Leo I'll get to that. Leo Komarov, Filppula, Matt Martin, Jan Kover. Who the hell is that? Anthony Bolivier,
He's not bad.
Villiers. I think that's how you
Yeah.
pronounce his name. Matt Barzal, Kuhnhackl, and then Ross Johnson and Brock Nelson are both RFAs. Yikes.
What's going on with Ho-Sang? About to trade him?
I hope.
Want to come to Pittsburgh? We'll let you wear 66. That number's not important here.
And then their back end is Johnny Boychuk, Nick Leddy, Thomas Hickey, Adam Pellich, and Scott Mayfield, and Ryan Pollock.
So I asked him this in the car. I don't even think you answered it. But do you think that Nick Leddy will have to shave now that Lou's the GM?
I didn't even
Who
think
did
about
trade to
that.
Pittsburgh?
Because wasn't that a Lou role that everybody had to be clean shaven
Yeah.
on the team?
And they could
My
be on
God,
social
what is he?
media.
The Yankees?
He is.
They couldn't be on social media, but they brought up that one of the players texted a media member.
Mhm.
We listened to Steve Dangle
Mhm.
and said that they didn't blame Leafs or not Leafs
Islanders.
fans for burning John Tavares' jersey.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
this is
no.
a player
Yeah.
that said it. So
Lou
they
Lamoriello
said-
is going to chop his nose off.
uh,
Like, that is the worst thing you could have done.
He said it was probably Thomas Grice, which I actually
I-
agree with. Thomas
the only,
Grice is a douche.
the only reason I said that is because what he said about Penguins fans on
What'd
his
he say?
way out. He said that they lacked passion. The stadium was never loud enough. Stuff like that.
When they're losing.
Although I
But-
don't know if you ever listened to the Dangle podcast where he talked about the difference between like Nashville's arena and Pittsburgh's arena. Was like Nashville is kind of like Winnipeg, or like where it's just
It's hostile.
automatically loud,
Yeah, it's
like
hostile.
right from the beginning. But Pittsburgh is like a momentum arena. Like if
Mm.
you give them the chance to be loud, like you don't want them to.
Yeah,
Like if they have momentum, then they'll be loud.
which is understandable.
I understand that it's not the way that these new places are built, but like the great thing about Mellon Arena was like how acoustic it was.
Yeah.
Like the sound just bounced right back at you.
Yep.
So that's why it seems so loud. These new buildings they don't have that effect.
By the way, Rick DiPietro is still being bought out by the Islanders through
when's that?
2021.
Oh my God, 2020.
Although I know this has nothing to do with DiPietro.
What?
I was gonna say, even though it's not as loud as Mellon, that whenever we were at the playoff game,
Civic.
whenever Schultz tied it,
Oh yeah,
that was probably still the loudest I've ever
And
heard
that
the
was-
arena.
There were
And that was, like,
people
half
left.
empty.
Yeah, people had left right because they just assumed.
That
it
was
over.
honestly like the loudest I've ever heard it.
The entire row in front of me was empty, and when Schultz scored that goal, I almost went like falling into it.
Yeah, my feet were like over the seats, so
Smitty's
standing
knee
up
just
was awkward.
dislocates. He just goes forward.
2 goals in the last minute and a half.
No one would have been there to catch me. And
I know I was losing my shit here. Like, I heard people screaming all along the road when that happened.
Yeah, it was honestly like the loudest I've ever heard the arena.
I can imagine.
And it was like honestly half empty or like 2/3 empty.
and then Shattenkirk decided to
And it,
show up for once that entire.
yeah, that entire
playoff.
series just popped up once. What were we talking about?
We were on the Islanders.
Islanders.
How Lou said he can rebuild them quicker than the Leafs.
I don't think so.
I mean, they have one of like they have their Austin Matthews in Barzal.
Would you consider him Matthews or Nylander? I was gonna go more Nylander.
I would consider him Matthews because he could score more points than Nylander can. And he scored more points than Matthews ever have too.
Did he play with Tavares last year or no?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No, he played with
Everlay
yeah,
and
Lee,
No, Lee
Anders Lee?
was.
Lee was with
I think it was Eberle.
Josh Bailey,
Bailey. Yeah.
and Everly. Yeah, he wasn't with Tavares, so he's not dependent on
Was
him.
it Ladd?
No. I
Ladd
think
was
Ladd
on the
played
third
him,
one,
yeah.
I think.
I have no idea.
They're paying him what, $6 million?
5.5.
Oh, okay. That's.
Through
I mean, that's not
2023.
good, but that's less than I expected actually.
He's also 32
Yeah.
right now.
They thought that they were close. I mean, they did make the
Okay.
playoffs, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like I kind of thought they were on the rise, and then like when we played them in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Shows you what bad goaltending looks like.
Jack Eichel changed his number.
Yeah, back to his
9.
old number. Yeah.
Are they doing anything for like the fans that bought his 15 jersey?
No.
Like, that sucks.
Why would you?
Because like I see sometimes
Yeah,
when
but-
players change their number. Like
Yeah, but it's like
if you
like
bought them,
when they
legally.
first got drafted or something like
no,
that.
I was just saying
no,
legally.
Yeah, no.
but
Most of the time when that happens, it's when a player first gets drafted or something like that, and they get the wrong number. It's like, okay, we'll come in, we'll change it for you. That's a situation where he's been on the team for, 3-4 years?
Yeah,
same McDavid year. So yeah.
You're fucked. Have fun with your old
but
jersey.
didn't Evander Kane have number 9 though?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a Kane jersey, just get the nameplate taken off. And
Do you know anywhere that does that?
I'd assume there
My
are
friend's
places.
mom.
Really?
Maybe she could do it. Yeah.
Because I
She
have
did it with her son's Steeler jersey.
not to have a personal conversation on here and not talk about sports at all. I have a Sean Davis jersey, and he changed his number from 28 to 21.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to change the nameplate to Hilton because he switched to 28.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody that I didn't know anybody does it.
My friend's mom.
Like
could
they
probably
have
do it.
they have a website where you can buy the nameplate, stuff like that. But I don't know how to like.
Yeah,
go
he
about
had
putting it
a
on there.
he had a Mike Walsh jersey. He made it into an Eli Rogers jersey.
Speaking of
Okay.
which,
What's it? Totally blank jerseys. Yeah.
so we can get ours on it. Round the 412
Totally
logos on jerseys.
blank jerseys.
Pirate Sunday jerseys. Totally
Elite.
blank.
If that comes out like I'm picturing in my head, it's gonna be really cool. So I
Yep.
hope it doesn't. We don't screw it up.
We're probably gonna screw
Yeah.
All right. And then
Calvin DeHaan is a Carolina Hurricane.
He
Yeah.
is.
and it's funny because in that episode we were listening to, the guy was like very optimistic about him returning to the Islanders.
Yeah.
And
That was just like, nah.
Well,
I guess you have to
and
replace.
then what happened?
Yeah, I guess you have to replace one of what's his face, Hannah Finn and Lindholm. You know.
Well,
They look
didn't you
good,
do that with
yeah,
Dougie?
but yeah, you got, so you
You
got
still have a spot to replace.
how
They
You
have
traded
so
two
many
defensemen
freaking defensemen.
No.
for one, essentially.
Lindholm's not a defenseman.
Lindholm is a
I thought he
center.
was.
Uh-uh.
I'm losing my mind. Wait, which one am I thinking of? The Ducks, right?
Elias Lindholm.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
Hampus Lindholm.
Yeah,
Hampus?
it's something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But the so yeah, they have Hamilton, him,
Slavin.
yeah, Jacob Slavin, Trevor Van Riemsdyk, Pesci,
Why are they scary?
and I don't know who the other one is.
They're like a top forward and a goalie,
goalie.
away.
Hayden Fleury,
Which
22.
yeah.
Justin Falk, Dougie
Oh,
Hamilton,
I didn't say Falk.
Slavin DeHaan, Pesci, Fleury, Van Riemsdyk.
Do you think they'll trade
Why?
Falk this year?
They might.
Yeah, and then there's the other 6.
Yeah. And then it's Jordan Stahl, Jeff Skinner, Justin Williams, Victor Rask.
Well, I
Teuvo
guess that's why you bring in
Teravainen.
DeHaan. Your pending trade of Falk.
Yeah. Matt Nook, Ferland, Sebastian Aho, Svechnikov, McGinn, Gillespie. I don't know how to pronounce that
Di
Italian name.
Giuseppe, yeah.
Thank you. And
Di-
Zykov.
There's a D.
Hey, I'm There's a D,
There's an
I,
S,
and a G
a
next to each
K, and a J, all next to each other.
other. Yeah, no, I can't pronounce Italian names worth hell. Why are you stepping on my foot? Something's on my foot.
I thought that was the Charger.
That was the Charger.
Do you have a square foot?
It didn't feel like it.
Yes.
Greg McKaig is on the Carolina Hurricanes. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like I said, they might make the playoffs last year. I still think they
Yeah.
might.
I put them in a wild card spot last year.
Yeah,
I think I did too.
I thought Darling was gonna be decent. Like that's
yeah. And now they have they have Scott Darling and Peter Mrazek. Get an actual goalie.
so.
You had an opportunity.
I'm telling you,
you had an
trade-
opportunity. What?
trade for one of I guess you can't really force Nashville's hand, but
Oh, you can.
either say, give me your aging Vezina winner, or give me your prospect.
You see?
Or
Yeah,
you
UC
call
Saros.
Pittsburgh and say, "Hey, I see you got Tristan Jarry."
Yeah, we'll take Justin Falk. Except I might end up killing.
Where are you
myself with
seeing
that.
this cap room?
Oh no, it's not just
No,
Tristan
yeah.
Jarry, but
Carl Hagelin too. Yeah, no. If they get a goalie, they're easily in the playoffs, in my opinion. With Darling and Mrazek, it's still a wild card spot, if anything.
I mean, even with Darling, if he plays better than he did last year,
Yeah, good
'cause
point. He,
he
has a
wasn't
modified no trade.
I mean, like I know he was a backup in Chicago, but he was pretty good.
but he was also their number one for a lot because Crawford was in and out.
yeah, as he's been for the past
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. Speaking of which, Cam Ward to the
Like-
Blackhawks.
Yeah.
He played 32 games. Scott Darling played 32 games his last year with Chicago, and he had a .924 save percentage and a .238 goals against in 43 games, so only 11 more. He had a .888 save percentage and
Jesus
.318
Christ.
goals against. Like that is not like he did not decline that much just from going to the like. I don't think that's his play completely.
But the Hurricanes have been known to ruin goalies.
Yeah, I'm saying like that's like a anomaly, I think. I think this year he won't be that bad.
I guess we'll find out this year.
Yeah. Like I don't think he'll be 888 bad.
Yeah, good point.
At least have like a 910.
Yeah, good point.
So what's going on with Eric Carlson? Because I think
Apparently,
everybody thought that
apparently
he was
he's going to be a
traded.
star and a Lightning and a Golden Knight.
Well, the Golden Knights are not giving up Glass to get him.
Which one is that?
Their number one
Yeah,
prospect.
yeah.
Yeah. The Stars, I haven't heard if they're willing to part with what's his name? I already forgot it.
Tyler Seguin.
No, they're number one.
Heckinen? No. I can't remember his name. It starts with an H.
Yeah. Heishanen. My Siri just popped up Hey Shannon when I said that. Not Hey Shannon.
Speaking of which, we don't have a take this
Boo.
week.
Yeah, no take.
Heiskanen, Miro Heiskanen.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, that's what I was
yes.
thinking of. I haven't heard if they're willing to part with him. And then
Definitely aren't.
and then the Lightning,
He's a left D.
I thought it was a foregone conclusion that we were going to see that he was traded there. Though
Me too.
one night I'm sitting there on Fortnite and see that somebody reported the deal was like just pending a phone call through the league.
And, that the
And-
Rangers were the other team in it, I think?
Yeah, to take salary like Ryan Callahan
That'd
back.
be
And
so funny.
yeah,
But no, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I honestly think he's a Golden Knight until he's not.
See, I said the same thing originally. Now I'm leaning more towards if the Lightning are willing to part with Sergachev, which apparently that's what that guy was saying.
Wow.
Then, I mean, you're not going to get. I'd rather have Sergachev than either those two prospects.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean that's just the centerpiece. You know, I don't know what else is coming back. I don't.
And then the Canadians get to cry while they play with Jonathan Drouin, and they get to play against Sergachev every.
While
Like
he's playing
2
center,
weeks.
scoring
Oh.
13 goals for them.
That's
Hey, Max
horrible.
Domi, you want to play center?
Apparently he's excited to be there.
Is Eric Carlson traded before the season ends or starts? Starts.
I hope, but I'm honestly at the point where I think the Senators are dumb enough to not move him at all.
Just let him leaving free agency.
Yeah.
You have to though, otherwise you're going to be another Tavares thing.
Oh, no, I know. But it's Eugene Melnick, and it's Pierre Dorian.
You have to, but you don't have to.
You have to if you want to be a good business.
You have to if you don't want to get fired.
Well, I mean,
That could, yeah.
that
that's-
ultimately depends on what Melnick says, and
Well,
you know him.
I feel like your fan base already is mad at you.
Uh-huh.
So you either have to trade your star or not trade your star. You either get nothing from your star and the team sucks, even worse, or you at least get something from your star and they're mad at you for a little bit.
Or you could be like the Pirates, trade your star, and still no one likes you.
Yeah, we just don't care. We don't dislike them.
We don't care. The rest of the city seems to despise them.
I mean, I despise a few people in that organization.
And one of them just happens to be his usher.
One of them is the owner. The other one is the coach,
Usher?
I'm joking.
Oh.
Jamal.
I see.
Jamal's never going to hear that.
No. He needs to go back to work for them because that's when they made
They've
the playoffs.
sucked ever since, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't he?
It's Tony Watson's
So
fault.
he was in Usher 13 through 15, right?
Before that, too, I believe.
Was he? I
Yeah.
thought it was the summer of 13 that he started working there.
It may have been.
We got to get him back in there.
We do.
Bring him
It's-
back.
It's Tony Watson's fault.
Why Tony Watson?
Because he tweeted, "You suck," after each and every one of those solo shots that Tony Watson blew in the ninth inning
yeah.
while he was on duty, and that's why he got fired.
Y'all suck ass at Pirates.
I personally don't understand it because I thought he got let go early that day, as in like he could leave.
Yeah.
And I thought he did, but apparently not.
And last thing in hockey, Penguins still need to give Alexiak a contract. He's filed for arbitration.
Yeah. So essentially, he's a Penguin.
That's, I mean, just went through that process with Sherry and Dumoulin
Yeah.
before we signed them to their extensions, and then,
Yeah.
So Alexiak, what is he gonna get?
It's probably gonna be between 2 and 2.5.
They can't even.
Give him 2.
Well, I was gonna say, what's it at right now? I thought it was around 2.2.
What?
The cap. For the
I don't know.
Penguins.
Somebody said
2.8, 2.88 something.
somebody said he's gonna get 1.6.
That'd be wild.
Is it better or worse if it actually goes to arbitration
I think it's better
for the Penguins?
for the current situation. Yes.
For the current
don't know.
situation,
How valuable
probably,
is he?
but then I don't think he's gonna want to sign. I mean, he might still sign, but that definitely leaves some.
Coming from the person that said Austin Matthews.
No, okay.
But
But
I'm gonna. Ah.
but there's also a good.
Tyler.
But there's also a good example of that happening with Calvin DeHaan. They went to arbitration last year, and
I think he left
Yeah.
because Tavares left.
I mean, we can both think what we want, but either
Yeah.
way, we're not going to know. I'm just saying
Yeah,
that
no.
he went to arbitration and then leaves as a free agent the following season.
Let me see something.
Do you think the Penguins make another
Wow.
move before the season starts?
If they do, it's Broussard.
I don't think so. I think Alexiak is going to resign, and that's how they're going into the season.
I mean, there's things that said the Penguins are involved in different things, but
Well, the Pacioretty thing,
I don't think
to my knowledge, was more the Canadians reaching out to us.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like them seeing what they could get, asking for, multiple first-round picks, multiple second-round picks, just unrealistic, essentially, just kicking the tires on a trade. But I don't think that there was ever any traction there. I do think the Penguins have genuine interest in Jeff Skinner. I don't know if they can make something work for it, though.
So, do you think one of or both Broussard or Hagelin get dealt this year? They're both UFAs after the season.
I don't think that we're going to deal if it's not in the offseason. Like, I don't see us trading a guy like that.
talk
In
to
the
me.
stretch of the
They
season.
talk to me in February. Let's see where we're at.
Okay.
But the thing is, we know
Because-
that the Penguins are going to be in the mix. Like,
Yeah.
Always
so
are.
I just don't see us trading a guy that's a penny UFA in the middle of a playoff run, essentially. Like,
Gensel's deal's also up.
I wish they would. I know that they don't do it. I wish they would have extended him yesterday, because
Yeah.
he's going to get
so
more money waiting until the Caps could go up once again.
Mm-hmm.
You could lock him up right now, probably for between 5 and 6, and instead closer to 5, obviously. But I think now it's going to be, potentially like 7.
I know Rutherford
He has another season like last year, especially with the playoff run he's coming off of.
Rutherford made an exception for Hornquist. Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd make one for Gensel this season? Signing in season.
Yes.
potentially.
Like he said with Hornquist, like
I think a
he's
lot of
player
the
that he's makes an
Hornquist
exception for.
Yeah, I think a lot of the Hornquist thing, though, like him saying he makes an exception for a player like that, is his style of play, though, too. Like, and just being the type of person he is in the locker room. I mean, he talked about good locker room guys, but
yeah,
I think Mario's going to overrule that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to want him signed long.
I'm not going to say that
because he lives with Mario.
I'm not going to say you can't replace Gensel, but you have found Sid's winger that you've been looking for 13 years.
Yeah.
So I don't really think you have any choice but to lock him up.
Sign him to whatever he wants through 2022, and you're good. Actually, no, through
25.
Yeah. I don't know why I saw Malkin's number.
it was like
way
2022. He's probably going to want more than like a 3-year deal.
I mean, at the very least, I'd line him up with Kessel and
That's
Malkin.
weird that 2022 is almost
4
3 years.
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Think we're more than halfway through 2018. So, this time next year we're going to be talking about, oh my God, it's almost 2020.
Mm-hmm.
2018.
Life is stupid.
2008 was 10 years ago.
That doesn't feel like it.
Crazy.
Doesn't feel like it at all.
You were in what?
I'm 2 years younger than you. Jesus Christ.
But grade-wise, what were you in?
What were you in?
8th grade?
I would have been in 6th.
All right.
So that's when I left public school.
After 6th or
I left
to start 6th?
I left literally the halfway point. I
Okay.
left the last day of the first 9 weeks in 6th grade.
All right. And so last thing to talk about is baseball.
Time to get mad.
Mad, maybe online.
I can't really get mad.
Depends on how you're listening or watching this.
It's all online.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm just thinking.
Wait, what were you saying?
I said mad, maybe online, depending on how you're listening or watching to this. Yeah, I guess if you're listening to the podcast app, it's still online.
Yeah.
I just consider YouTube online. If it's offline, just an app, I don't even consider that online. But yeah, I guess you're right. You still gotta.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. Let's talk about baseball so Herb can get mad.
Where do you want to start?
I don't know. Get mad.
Uh-oh, Smay's getting a call.
Anyway, well, let's talk about non-Pirate stuff first.
Okay.
We're almost at the All-Star break. They announced the All-Stars. Somehow Blake Snell's not an All-Star.
Yeah.
People are calling it maybe like the biggest snub in All-Star selection.
Definitely Chris Archer saying that.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, he's like second in ERA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think that wins matter, but for like All-Star voting, people probably looked at that, and he's second in that.
Mm-hmm.
What is he like? Second in quality starts as well. Like, I mean, everything is up towards the top of the league, and he's not an All-Star. And once again, going back to every team having to have a representative, Haps an All-Star for the Blue Jays.
Could have been.
I don't think that
who's
each
the
team should have
Rays?
an All-Star. Wilson Wilson Ramos.
Oh, okay.
I
I was like, Wilson Contreras, come on.
He is in the All-Star.
He is, but
still, like, I don't get it, man.
fan voting stupid.
It is. It really is.
Like, if they're going to have, I've thought this for a while, if they're going to have fan voting, they should have a select list of who you can vote for. Or, like, they should pick the All-Stars, and then the fans can, like, pick the starters.
I like that idea.
Because if a fan, I remember the one year, it was, 2016, whenever, until the end of June, all of the All-Star, like, votings, if you went and looked at it, like, 8 out of the 9 positions were Cubs. And it was just stupid. Same thing with, like, the year before that. They were all, like, all Royals. Like, all 9 of them.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, yeah, and the Royals fans just went nuts that year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Omar
They
Infante.
changed the system.
Yeah, Omar Infante was, like, starting, and he was a utility player for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So I think they should the league should pick All-Stars. Or, like, writers should pick the All-Stars. But then if you want to have fan voting, they should pick the starters for the teams.
Okay, so we'll go over that. First base, Jose Abreu and Freddie Freeman.
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Freddie Freeman, that's my guy.
Second base, Jose Altuve. What a shock. Javi Baez. Somehow over Ozzy Albies.
He sucks.
What
Wait,
about Scooter Gennett?
Wait, pause.
I think he's having a better year overall than Javi.
He might be.
The
This is
tweet
just
a couple
starting.
weeks ago about the dude saying that he would rather have Baez than Trout.
God, yeah.
That was the funniest thing. Like,
Because
what a moron.
Trout is boring.
Yeah, Trout's boring,
You know
but
what's
he
boring?
also has a
You know what's-
higher stat line than anyone on your team.
You know what's not boring? Winning World Series.
They did it without Trout.
I know, but imagine if they had Trout. You think putting Mike Trout on the team means they're not winning the World Series?
No. Third base. Jose
yeah, but he's not
Ramirez.
as exciting. Sorry.
Third base.
God, talk, Herb.
Jose Ramirez, Nolan Arenado, both deserving. Shortstop Manny Machado and Brandon Crawford.
I don't like Manny Machado that being there. He's having
I mean, I don't like
Lindor.
Manny Machado in the first place, but
Lindor
yeah. Outfield.
or
Wait, who is the other
Correa.
shortstop?
Correa.
Mm.
Or wait, what?
Crawford's
The
the
other
Crawford.
shortstop.
Crawford's
Oh.
the
Yeah,
other.
Crawford. I thought you were talking about like people in the running.
No.
Outfield for the AL: Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, and Aaron Judge. What a shock!
The AL is definitely better than the NL in the outfield.
Yes, yes. NL: Nick Markakis, Matt Kemp, and Bryce Harper. What year is it? 2012.
I mean, good for Nick Markakis. That's actually an example of the fans voting for somebody that probably should be there because, you know, he's not. This is his first time making the All-Star team. You know,
Matt
he's not
Kemp
like
also deserves to be there
Yeah.
this year, so
but Harper,
he's horrible this year.
yeah, he
He's
just goes
batting
in.
219.
Yeah, he goes in these dry spells, which is his on base percentage is still like 360. I mean, we always know.
Well, yeah, because
But
extra base hits, blah,
walks.
blah, blah. Walks too.
Well, no, not his
Oh,
OPS. I just said on
yeah,
base
yeah.
percentage. Yeah.
I thought you said OPS. That's my bad. Catchers: Wilson Ramos, Brian McCann was right behind him, and Wilson Contreras, followed by Buster Posey.
Yeah, JT Realmuto's not in there.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
They
he was
had to
hurt
put
for
him
a while.
in. They put him in.
Yeah.
But he was hurt for like 2 weeks or something at the beginning of the season, and he's still better than these guys.
And then the DH is JD Martinez. What a shock.
That's
Pitchers: Bauer, Barrios, Chapman, Garrett Cole, Edwin Diaz, J.A. Happ, Joe
Blake, though.
Jimenez, whoever that is. I have no idea who you are. Craig Kimbrell. Craig Kimbrell. Can't speak. Corey Kluber, Chris Sale, Luis Severino, Blake Trent.
Training.
Yeah. I didn't want to make myself look stupid, even though I just did. Verlander, and then the reserves for the AL are Mitch Moreland, Gleyber Torres. Okay, not shocked, but surprised he's a reserve a little bit. Bregman, Lindor, Brantley, Haniger, Springer, Shin-Soo Choo. Did not know that.
What?
Love the name.
Wait, what? Is
Did
he?
not know that.
Is he bite?
He's bike.
Is he bike?
Salvi Perez and Nelson Cruz. NL pitchers are Patrick Corbin, Jake DeGrom, Sean Doolittle, Mike Full. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. I'm so sorry. Full-Nowitzki. Whatever his name is.
What? Shin-Soo Choo has reached base in 47 consecutive games.
Yeah.
Fulton
People also search for John Hodal.
Fultonewicz.
Uh,
Who, Fultonevich?
Fultonevich.
Yeah.
I was close.
The Y throws me off. Josh Hader, Brad Hand. Excuse me. Kenley
Gasp.
Jansen. What? What?
Yeah, Shin-Soo Choo's having a pretty good year.
Yeah, he's bike.
His on-base percentage is basically 400. 399.
Well, fair enough.
It's basically $3.99.
17 homers.
John Lester, Aaron Nola, Miles Mikolas. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah, I don't know how it's
Mikolas, something stupid like that.
Michaelis.
Scherzer, Felipe, who probably shouldn't be there. And then the reserves are Goldschmidt,
146 WRC plus.
Joey Votto. I'm going to ignore that. Ozzy
Chu?
Albies. Yeah, Chu. Scooter Jeanette, Trevor Story, Eugenio Suarez, Charlie Blackmon, Lorenzo Cain,
The Reds are going to pass us in the standings.
Christian Yelich, shut up, Buster Posey, and JT Realmuto.
I don't understand how they're behind us right now. You just named three. Their offense is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Their pitching is not good,
Yeah.
but
And
you see
then
oh, sorry.
the final vote. I'm amazed how some of these guys are in the final vote.
Max Muncy shouldn't even have to be in the final vote.
Hold on. Benintendi, Eddie Rosario, Gene Segura, and Andrelton Simmons, and Giancarlo Stanton.
I think they just threw Stanton in there just so people could get him in. He's going to end up
He
winning
has
the final
21
vote.
home runs.
I-
That's why they threw him in there.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying he probably is not one of the best 5 options
No.
of guys that were left
The
off the ballot.
best one, in my opinion, out of that is somehow Eddie Rosario.
Cervelli.
This is the AL.
Yeah.
NL should be Cervelli, Dickerson, Marte, Polanco, and Moran.
I think it's Jesus
Hard to
Aguilar.
argue with that logic.
It's Aguilar.
Yeah, probably.
306, 22 home runs, and 63 RBIs.
Yeah, of course. For when do we get to find a guy like this?
Never.
Because like they
Well,
had
we
a
did.
We
Gung.
do.
We
Huh?
got Gung, and he ruined it.
but okay, I'm saying like this guy just out of nowhere. So
Oh, yeah.
they're getting like nothing from first base, and then all of a sudden this guy shows up.
Anyway,
And by the way,
Hi, how are you?
we thought that those moves wouldn't make the Brewers that much better.
boy.
Yelich and Kane are both All-Stars.
We're dumb.
I still- Anyway, Aguilar, Belt, Carpenter, Muncy, and Trey Turner.
Muncy or Aguilar,
Yeah.
most deserving. But
Belt's up there, though.
it's who were the it's Belt. What were the other?
Belt,
Trey
Matt
Turner,
Carpenter, and Trey Turner.
Matt Carpenter.
Yeah.
What the? He's probably gonna end up winning it.
258 average, 17 home runs, 41 RBIs, no stolen bases.
He's gonna end up winning it.
Yeah, because Cardinals fans.
Is this like
Best in
5
baseball.
years ago?
Cardinals fans are about to just spam that.
Best in baseball.
You know what doesn't make sense? I'm looking at Bryce Harper's stats.
Baseball? Oh. Baseball?
He has a W, or not W,
He has a
WRC plus.
W
He has a W.
on his chest.
He has a WRC plus of 122.
on his left breast.
He bats 218, but his on base percentage is 374. And his strikeout percentage is 23.5, and his walk percentage is 19.6.
He's an odd.
He's like so polar. Like he's so hot or so
The
cold.
definition of a polarizing player.
Figure,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But he's still gonna make like $400 million in a contract next year.
Yeah.
Or does he sign just a 1-year deal
I wouldn't be surprised.
with the Nats to try to get that $400 million
1
deal
year,
following
like
season?
$35 million.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I
be
mean, if you
surprised.
want to sign him for 1 year, you're gonna have to give him that much.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. So
Or
did you
does he
see-
go to the Cubs?
No. Did you see that the Royals signed a 16-year-old
what?
to a minor league deal?
Foreign?
Japanese.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, is he in the United States?
So he's gonna
Is that
come,
legal?
come over here,
A little bit.
and he won't even be pitching in like rookie league. He has to do like some developmental
Yeah.
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then next year, so at 17 years old, he'll be pitching in the minors.
Okay then. Interesting.
He's 6'2".
At 16.
Yeah. What like close to 200, I think, pounds.
Wow. I wish that's what I was.
Same.
And so all right, now we can talk about the Pirates.
I really don't want to.
I actually watched the game yesterday. They're on ESPN tonight.
Yeah.
When is the last Pirate game we went to?
I don't even know. I haven't watched baseball since.
I think. No, I went to a Dodgers game with Doug. Dodgers game with Doug was the last one I went to.
Well, I mean, me and you.
oh,
'cause I
Reno's
went-
debut.
Was it?
I think that's the last one I went to.
That's the last game I watched.
Too. Yeah. I'm right. Yeah. Same.
Wow.
I have not had any want to watch baseball. That's not even just.
I mean, I keep track of the phone game on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't
I
sat
don't
down and
do
watched a
that.
game since then.
I don't even do that anymore.
See, up
Well,
until
I get updates, so it's not like
I turn my updates off.
Oh well.
up until the
Sometimes it's funny to see you're losing 17-2.
Nah. Because then instinctively I would check Twitter and
he gave up
that's
17
like, well,
runs twice in 4 games.
Like from like till July 7th, they were averaging giving up like 10.6 runs a game.
Yeah, so this is where it gets kind of hard for us to talk about the Pirates because we're
What is there to talk about?
well, no, I'm saying because we're fans of the team, so obviously there's emotion brought into it. I don't want to be a basher necessarily because we're in contact. We're trying to get guys on here to
Yeah.
talk, and I don't want to have that reputation. But there's definitely a fine line, and I want to be a fan of the team talking about it. I don't want to have like just a
Professional.
Sour taste in
professional
your mouth.
perspective where I don't have emotion towards the team. But I think that like Wagner Kutch and I were talking about this when we did the Nardo show, and I think the biggest difference between the two of us is like he literally just doesn't even care anymore. Like the Pirates have literally taken the care
Mhm.
of baseball from him.
Yeah.
And for
I
me,
feel like I'm turning into him.
for me, it's more so like I love them so much that it's like it pisses me off.
Mhm.
Whereas like he doesn't even get pissed anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Like
there's no emotion.
up until I'd say halfway through June, I was pissed, and then I don't even care. Like I have no will to watch baseball right now.
It's a shame.
I feel like
I mean-
any piss that I had in me all got lost out.
Any piss that I had in
Any
me
pissed.
when I went to that toilet.
Any anger that I had in me all just left, and it's now no care whenever like after the Dodgers series.
Our soul is black. That's
See,
what we're
like,
trying to
The
get at.
Dodgers series is the only series this year where I didn't watch. Like those 3 games, I literally didn't turn my TV on at all. I just played Fortnite and I had my phone sitting there, and that's how I was getting scoring updates.
Listen,
Other than that, every other game I've at least started to watch
Mhm.
and then probably turned it off at some
Yeah.
point.
do you want to know my honest opinion on the Pirates right now? Look to your right. There are 2 bottles of rum.
Wait, what is this one? I saw you sent me this. I didn't know what it was.
Cannon Blast.
I know, but
Just
what?
spiced rum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's made any differently. But that's how I feel. 2 bottles of rum, just chilling.
Ho ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
The end of the season is going to be miserable. Actually, it
Um,
might be great. Who knows?
I feel like the trade deadline, if they do what they need to do, what they should do,
Uh-huh.
I'll feel rejuvenated enough to start watching them again.
I hope.
Like I don't care if they sucked. That's not the point. Like I've watched terrible baseball most of
whole
my life.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, I know that he's coming back from a rehab stint right now, but if you're going to keep throwing Sean Rodriguez out there, there's no desire for me to watch baseball.
Yeah.
If you're going to platoon Colin Moran with David Freese, there's no desire for me to watch baseball.
I just don't get it. Like,
If you bring up Kevin Newman, I'll have desire to watch baseball.
That's like, give me a reason to watch. Like, give me a reason to
Yeah.
watch, look forward to the future.
Yeah.
Like if
something.
you're gonna suck, give this a reason, which is bringing up young players.
Yeah.
yeah. And it like my whole thing, and I don't know if it's the team. I think it's more or less the fan base around the team that makes me not want to watch baseball anymore. Because like you have your right to have your opinion about the owner, the manager, the whatever. It's the people that all of a sudden believe they know everything and say, "Oh, we'll do this, this, and this." It's blatantly wrong, and I feel like that has gotten so much worse in the past year. You know?
Yeah. I see that never even gets to me. Like I just, for the most part, I'm able to brush it off. I'll make fun of it or something on Twitter. Like it doesn't. I don't take it
Well, no, like
seriously. I guess.
I take it seriously because there are people who actively go out and find tweets that don't even mention the Pirates.
Mad Chad.
No, no, not even him.
Well, he did it.
He did the Jamal.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I don't get, like I cannot actively be interested in something where people are actively rooting against because why should I? I can't put myself in the line of fire of that when it's supposed to be something that is entertainment. That is supposed
Yeah.
to be fun. That for some reason, that you dumbasses that want to scream and shout at people for enjoying it think it rules everyone's lives. Everyone,
Like I don't even. Like I mean, I love my sports teams, but I don't care enough to make it personal.
yeah, no, I don't
that-
either. It's
yeah.
it's the people that do.
Well, no, that's
care
what I'm
enough to
saying.
make it
I'm not
personal.
talking. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm talking about them, not
Yeah.
not you.
Yeah,
But like that's why I don't get like. I wonder how many tweets of mine have been screenshotted because I actually am a fan of the team
Yeah.
and at one point the season was optimistic.
You should see my
And-
camera roll.
Apparently, Wagner touches or Wagner to Hopeless. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and Evil Neils are pretty extensive of myself. But yeah, like randomly people will be like, "Oh, your tweet got screenshotted and just put up by this random account." I'm like, "What? Why?"
Yeah.
Like, what is the point? We're supposed to all be fans, quote unquote, of the same team. Why are you making it seem like you're rooting against them just to prove yourself right?
because it's trendy.
But it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
I-
it's the human.
I'll never
way.
understand
It's the
people.
human way. I've said it like this is going to get philosophical, but the human reaction is to fight anything that's not what they agree with.
Yeah.
I feel like more people are on that side though. More people probably agree with that side.
What? That they fight what they don't agree with?
No, that like
Oh.
like going against the Pirates than with.
Oh, well, no.
So,
I'm
yeah.
saying they don't agree with the way it's being run.
Oh.
Yeah, they
Oh.
don't agree with the deals being made. They don't agree with the decisions and everything like that, no matter what it may be, whether it be actual players, whether it be political, whether it be sponsorships, whatever it may be. It's just the natural way that humans work, and I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about this all day. People in this city that are only Steelers and Penguins fans coming at people that are
And you know why?
fans of the.
Because they've never known a team that was bad. Because they didn't pay attention to hockey when the Penguins sucked. Because the Steelers have never sucked.
Well, I'm not going to say that about everybody, but
I'm going to say that about a majority of people.
yeah, most likely. I mean, even for myself, it's hard to remember the Steelers and
Yeah.
Penguins teams that were bad.
Yeah.
But like I know that they were
Mhm.
like when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like for example, when I first remember watching hockey, they were terrible.
And
Like Sebastian Caron, what's his name, Hedberg, as the
oh,
goalies,
Johan
and
Hedberg.
yeah.
Oh,
And then like I said, the first Penguin game that I actually remember going to was the last regular season game in 2003, and they were
Mhm.
terrible at the time.
Yeah.
People thought that the team was going to be moving. They
Yep.
were having a rally like the next day.
to keep the team here.
Yeah, to keep the team here.
I like how we got way off topic, but like that's the whole point to me is I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry.
Is that most people haven't known a bad team, and as soon as they do suck,
Oh,
they
no,
probably
that's what it was. That like people act like the bad times don't happen. Yet like my buddy Joe, he's a Flyers fan. Every time
Mhm.
we say something about the Flyers sucking, he's like, "Well, your team almost moved. Your fans are horrible." I go, "Okay, yeah, I agree. It happened.
Yeah.
I've
Acknowledge
said it
it.
for years. Pittsburgh fans suck.
They're bitches."
It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what team.
Yeah. Like I get like Platt. Like I get that where he's so supportive and then just over time gradually turns into what is now where it's just like they fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense, but it's like no, there are people who are dedicating their lives to making sure that people that support their favorite team, life is hell.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. And they only pop their head up when said team is sucking. And I'm not saying it's just a Pittsburgh thing. I'm saying it's a wherever this can be found. Because it's definitely not just a here thing. I think it's just bigger here because there's so many dumbasses. Big stepping, by the way, right now.
Huh?
I'm big stepping right now.
Oh.
But no, like that's part of the whole reason I deleted my Twitter. Like I'm gonna be back at some point, sadly.
You have 30 days.
I know. But I like the whole Chad thing with Jamal. It's like, A, quote the tweet. Trust me, from personal experience, quote the tweet or just don't do it.
Yeah.
2, Jamal, if you are listening, you have the right to call him a stalker, but don't. Because it was 7 years ago. Just because he's a douche doesn't mean you need to call him what he was in the past. Because, I mean, I think I've said it before. I am a big believer in people changing.
Yeah. I think a lot of that was just because
He's being
he
an asshole.
literally
I love calling people out on Twitter. So I can't really say much.
is because it related to an extent, like almost like he was stalking
Oh yeah, no,
Jamal
yeah,
to find that tweet. Like so, yeah.
Still, I think
Yeah.
I think it's stupid. Period, because it's been happening in every aspect of my life. Between Pittsburgh sports, all the shit going on and like the Cruella stuff going right now, and then
We wouldn't know.
yeah, you wouldn't know, but there was a big deal. And then at work, I actually just put my 2 weeks in on Saturday. They were conspiring to fire me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's just like, I think I'm just gonna cut it out now.
Okay, so one thing that I do want to say about the whole Jamal situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to talk about too much about this because it didn't even involve us.
Yeah,
but
no.
the Mad Chad thing. He keeps saying that Jamal went after him because he talked shit on the Pirates. Thing is, it wasn't about the Pirate. Like he used Jamal's a screenshot of his tweet with his profile picture in it. Like it was directly at him.
Yeah.
If you were just taking a shot at the Pirates, fine. I take shots at the Pirates.
Yeah.
So, but that wasn't the point, and that's essentially what set off that whole thing. So
I mean, it's the same thing that happens every year. It's some uppity Penguins fan that doesn't know anything but winning decides to say, hey, look at this team that sucks and look at this guy that actually has a fun time watching the sport and tries to be positive. And I'm not saying it's just Jamal because it definitely happens to other people.
mm-hmm.
But just I'm going to use Jamal's case. It's just I don't understand how you could live your life like that, especially a guy like Chad where I don't want to say. Okay, no, he turned his life around. He
Yeah,
was
good for him.
He was obviously in a bad
Congratulations.
spot. Yeah, no, he was in a bad spot, and he now has a family and a kid. Good for him. But don't continue to be a dick for absolutely no reason and ruin it for other people. And then I like how he also said later on that most of the guys coming at him would never have the life he has now. That they wouldn't have a wife or a kid. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're an absolute cock of a human.
Yeah, kill himself.
Yeah, like that makes me like his whole thing when I first started following him was he overcame like a bad case of depression. And when you're doing that, you automatically lose all respect. You can jump off a cliff and I don't care. And that might just be my way of thinking, because I ultimately apparently don't have the compassion of a normal human. So, anyway.
Yeah. Just be a fan of the teams that you're a fan of. If you're not a fan of a different team, why are you even talking about them?
Yeah.
Just let people root for what they want and
Yep.
live their lives. You live yours.
Yep. There's the worst thing to do is feed the negativity, whether it be you doing it or surrounding yourself with it. That's the worst possible thing you can do. You don't fight fire with fire.
I live in the negative.
What? Okay, hold on. What fire station fights fire with fire? They use water to put fire out.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that was
That was
probably one
so
of the corniest
deep.
things I've ever heard.
That was the deepest thing I've ever heard.
Do you guys have anything else, or
I'm not
there's
sure.
something that I want to bring up to end the show, kind of on a sad note. Do you guys remember how, was it just last week, I told you about Ryan and his friend?
Oh
Yeah.
Ryan Platt? Yeah, his friend apparently passed away
Oh wow.
last night. He was texting me about it. His name was Tim. Yeah, he had surgery after, and apparently it didn't go well.
Oh wow.
Passed away.
Hmm.
21 years old.
Wow. Fuck the stupid world.
Yeah. So.
I'm just not going to say anything because that'll start a whole other half-hour tangent.
Yeah. Obviously we didn't know the kid at all, but Ryan is a good friend of ours, so
Senseless violence.
yeah.
Constantly.
Thoughts are with
That's
the
just
family.
something.
21 years old. Said Ryan told me he had listened to the show before too, so obviously.
And I'll say it'll piss some people off. And it's just going to be thoughts and prayers, and no one's going to do anything about it.
Yeah, see, I stopped saying prayers because I don't pray, so now I just say like thoughts and.
Oh, no, I'll say it because I just like to piss people off. Because I'll piss people off. That's ultimately the side that wants the guns.
Yeah.
Well, you obviously are a different case,
Yeah.
right?
What?
Well,
Different than what?
Were you agreeing with me, or were you saying, what was
You
that?
said you said people who wants the guns. I'm like, that's kind of me.
Well, yeah, no, but you're not gonna, you're not the one that's gonna shoot up a school.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, no. as depressing as you can be, you're not gonna do that.
No.
It's the fact that, and Stubbs and I were talking about it on PlayStation yesterday. Pennsylvania give guns away like they're candy. It's insane. I don't understand how you can give someone this machine that takes so much humanity out of the aspect of, I don't want to say killing someone, but ultimately killing someone or something, and make it so readily available.
Yeah.
And I mean, I come from like the most right-handed household in the world. I don't see how it's not like the mentality of everything else, where the same people that advocate for guns are the same people that say, why doesn't things go back to the old school ways? And it's like, well, in the old school ways, if you want to go there, in school, one person does something, they ruin it for everyone. And that can still be seen in some cases today, even outside in politics and everything. How come it's not like that with guns? I don't get it. I don't know if that's young me talking. I don't know if that's...
Because rights
Yeah,
were
but
written a long time ago before this would even have been considered.
exactly.
You
And
can't predict the future.
my favorite part, and this is the part of the episode where no one's going to listen, so I get to say it.
They're like, oh, sports are done?
Yeah, exactly. But the people that are so deep in the Second Amendment, I get it. You have your right.
Mm-hmm.
But that was written when the government was, above you.
How many school shootings took place when the Second Amendment was written?
Yeah. You know what now? If the government wants to kill you, you're fucking dead. They push a button and you're dead. you don't have a chance against the government. Just let it happen.
I'm not at all against guns. I mean, I think people that have the mental capacity to have a gun should be able to have a gun.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
I think that
Do I have the mental capacity?
no. I don't think that, like
I guess
you
I
said,
should get rid of my
I think
5
like
guns.
You said,
then.
I think, like you said, they are too easy to acquire.
Yeah.
And I also think that there needs to be some sort of action taken because, in my opinion, maybe I'm an idiot for thinking this, lives should come before anything else.
But no, it's money.
But I'll end it there.
I'm sorry.
So we might have a guest next week. I'm still trying to work on something. So
On another note,
So
though,
are we doing a
Ross.
show on Monday?
we might if I can get this if I can get a guest, then we're gonna have to.
on another note, Ross asked us just like, well, it was it was like an hour ago now, but how excited are we about the next 2 weekends?
What's the week? Oh, the weekend
The
after.
Wing
so
Bash and the
Wing
tournament.
Bash and then the tournament.
And the show on a lighter note.
Are you
Okay.
guys? So are you playing in the tournament?
I
Beefy?
am not.
No, Beefy. Are you playing in the tournament?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll probably come up if I have time
okay,
because
Yeah.
that's Saturday is my
Playing.
last day.
I'm gonna DH.
be a lot of fun. No, I'm DHing too. My knees are so.
It's Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll probably come up on Sunday because Saturday is my last.
Yeah, that's when the championship is. So yeah.
Does every team make it to Sunday? At
We
some-
still have to once we have
Final
finalize the teams that are going to be, which is Saturday. Teams have to have their team
Yeah.
finalized. Once we know how many teams are in there, we might be able to start elimination play on Saturday, which would be ideal. So Sunday's not so long.
Yeah.
But as it stands in past years, yes, everybody makes it to the second day.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I just can't wait to see Nick again.
I'm excited
Oh,
for the Wing
God.
Bash.
I am too.
that was fun back in January. So
Yeah.
hope to duplicate it. This time it will be on a Saturday night instead of
Oh.
Sunday afternoon. So
Yeah.
come out, have a good time.
Excited for
for
wings.
$20, $30 if you want one of our shirts.
My mouth just
Uh,
started
Not one of
watering.
not one of our not one of our shirts. I'm sorry, one of
One
the
of
the Horse Nickel
Yeah.
Foundation shirts. I forgot who I was talking to. This is the
Are
Arm
we
Pulte
gonna have
Challenge.
shirts there or no? No.
I don't know when they're gonna come in. If
was
they
gonna
come
say.
in when they're supposed to, no. But
Yeah.
there's a chance that they could come. I guess within this.
If
Within
they come
this
in
week.
by Friday, then
Yeah.
maybe.
If they come in this Friday, then we'll have some Trust the Buck and Process ones on sale there. But
Yeah. We'll see.
we're gonna give away a Colin Moran Sunday alternate jersey. So
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's news.
It is.
stop down and see us.
Yep. Come
And,
out to Monaco on Saturday if you can. If not, you're there
If
in
not,
spirit.
we'll talk to you again potentially on Monday.
If not, you'll hear Saturday's show on Monday, and then we will, I guess, actively be recording on Monday the week after. If not,
Yeah.
so
We'll figure it out.
You just stay
We'll
updated.
tweet.
Stay updated on our Twitter.
We'll
Until
tweet.
then, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want, turn on the bell for notifications, and we will talk to you. I'll say soon. Bye-bye.
that's fair.
Bye.
Buy our shirts.
I'm still in the studio at 6:45, and my haters either on their way to work or they arrived. And I gotta own the things I rap about. Just